got no regrets. I'm on the run, chasing the check, dropping the top, riding the vet, feeling myself, what you expect, you know I'm with it. No better feeling cause I could've quit but I didn't. 007 when I'm on a mission, moving it up to a better position. They thought I was tripping.
What's going on social media land? Charles Hutchinson here, and man, the first video was at a different bowling center, and again, typically a house that has some friction. So we went completely to a different direction, and we got a 45-foot, I think it's men USA team trials. It's 45 feet, 26 mils, and y'all gonna see, like, it's plenty of oil, a good amount, a lot. It's gonna play like a lot of oil. So I did do a couple warm-up shots knowing that was gonna be a pattern. I tried to, break the pattern down a little bit. I don't think it helped much. But yeah, so we got the Equinox, we got the Jackal, and then we also have the special effect, not special effect, maximum effect, and all of the balls right. We're gonna throw them just kind of how they are. And then we're probably gonna end up hitting them with a little more surface to give us a little more teeth, and you'll kind of see why. But yeah, I'm probably gonna be a lot slower today. I do have a second angle, so we're gonna have, both lane level and my normal. But hopefully, again, you guys can see, like, hey, these are some of the strongest balls on the market. The Equinox Solid isn't, right? It is still a bit of a down from Ion Max, right? Like, it's not supposed to be, as chuggy, which, I don't know which one is going to be better, right? In this particular environment, the Ion Max might be better, but we're gonna see. Again, put some surface on it after we get a feel for the pattern as is, and then we'll go from there. Again, with all three of them. So yeah, man, we're gonna have a little fun, guys. Hit that like, subscribe, merch. Man, we got all the chamois are in, the new Hype Nation, Vice, the pink splatter, which is by far, again, doing the best. Everybody is, again, grabbing this one right now. Then the Hyper Pink, which everybody has always asked me for. Then also the Blaze, and this is probably one of my favorites right here. So again, all of them are near and dear, and shout out to DH Labs. They helped me put these together. And yeah, man, if y'all need chamois, man, go to DH Labs. Links below. And yeah, man, let's get to bowling. I know that's what y'all here for. So like I said, that's how we're gonna start. Equinox as is, then we'll go from there. So I'm gonna start really in the middle of the lane at 20. Going to roll pretty slow. I'm gonna throw one to the right. I'm gonna throw one pretty much up the lane. I'm gonna start where I normally would throw, and then I'm gonna jump all the way to the right. Then I'm gonna jump really left, just so you got a little bit of an idea of what we're facing here. All right, so now that made it look easy, y'all. I'm not gonna lie. Like that looked sweet. But let me throw one a little bit further to the right. And I am, again, definitely trying to be slower on my ball speed because, yeah, it just, stuff was flying off the pin deck. So we're gonna move to the right. I'm going to 15 with my feet. That. And again, I haven't adjusted the surface to anything more aggressive at all. So now I'm gonna jump to 30. And after seeing that ball like kind of fall off, and I was close to it, definitely not trying to get this ball that far to the right. Not hook. And thought about hooking a little bit, but as you see, again, feels pretty tough. So I'm gonna ask my mechanic so I can put on the screen what exactly the pattern is, because yeah, strong bowling balls, which one is the biggest and the baddest, man. So we're gonna go do the same thing, maximum effect. Just trying to stay nice and slow. Oh, that's not gonna hook. Oh yeah, you see how that got? Yeah, gotta keep it inside, have to. And so I'm definitely trying to, again, get more, up the back of the ball. I'm still definitely getting around it right, but I'm trying to work more the inside of the bowling ball currently to help this ball pick up and get into a roll. Cool. Again, and right now, slow down, slow down, slow down, slow down. Like if I get one at the bottom, just get a little extra, and it's going off the lane, bro. Playing right on this, I don't think is exactly what you should do. I think this is 100% going to be a, you know, play a little further, get to the right, I mean further to the left, and then just keep migrating until you got like, you're playing what's in front of, you know, the pocket. You're trying to just throw it like right in front of it. So I'm gonna do the same thing, jump all the way left. So, of course, not the best shot, but we're gonna move on because we are gonna get locked in, right? And I think we're gonna probably start closer to 20 and then really try to work that zone, bring the break point, use a break point of like 9, 10, and see what we get, right? We saw a little motion, again, out of the Equinox, solid to start. So I'm curious, once we really get there and start using all three of the balls from that zone, can we break it down and we start to actually find some room? I'll go jackal. Yeah, so that right there looked okay. Again, really trying to keep my eyes, you know, really at the spot I'm looking at, and again, just slow off the hand. Don't do too much. Don't do too much. And eyes right now, like if you get on a lane and you can typically see the reflection of the pins. So like I'm looking probably like a couple inches in front of it, and I can see a difference in the, like pretty much the 10 board. And that's really what I'm looking at currently. See, and that got wide on me. So sometimes you get to the bottom, kind of waving it that way, like I want a house shot, and you kind of gotta break that, you know, because we need to draw a lot straighter lines right now because of what we're bowling on. So again, I've mentioned this before on some of the sport shots, you need to draw a lot straighter lines and not loops. Like house shots, you can loop, right, and have forgiveness. On this stuff, good night. All right, so back to the Equinox. We're gonna stand on 20. Well, about 20, 22. And I use the inside of my left foot to measure. I know a lot of people always ask me, so I wanna, again, kind of reconfirm with the audience. So again, looking at the same spot. Again, I'm trying to get the ball close to 10. Wow. Shot, I ain't gonna lie, that was pretty good. And I think with a pinch of surface, the ball should come up a little bit higher flush because that ball gets into a roll a little bit faster. But let's see if we can make this work. Oh, I threw it faster. Nope. I threw it faster, but too far left. Like, can't do that. Like, we saw hook, right, which is good. Good practice for myself. You know, and this is fun, right? This is funner bowling on this stuff than bowling on house shot because it kind of gives you a target area to stay focused in, and it's gonna over penalize you when you really miss. So it's really, again, good practice to know, hey, I threw a good shot or I didn't throw a good shot. So, yeah, again, just gotta keep bringing the speed down, but it definitely got a low rate. I'm gonna get, again, a couple shots with the Equinox because that is the focal point of the video. And then we will jump in with the effect and the jackal. Better shot. There she goes. So again, just really trying to put this one a little more into the lane and get this ball to see it. But again, all in all, I can't be mad. Especially with this ball not being the biggest ASIM that Storm offers. So like a harsh reality, you know, solid or Ion Max is gonna be earlier picking up the lane, which may help blend this out. Keyword may. Yeah, Yeah, so again, hit that zone, looking pretty good. Throw one more, and then we're gonna jump to the other two, because again, I'm curious how with a Jackal, which one's cleaner. Have to assume, right, the hybrid, the maximum effect is gonna be cleaner. Have to assume that, but I could be wrong. Yeah, so again, just keeping it, you know, much tighter angles, right? Much tighter angles. I'm still trying to make sure I have rev rate on the ball. All right, let's go maximum effect. Next, and this pretty bowling ball, stay in the same spot. Yeah, not mad at it, right? Still got a little wide, but that's what I was, again, kind of wanting to see, right? Am I gonna get a little more response from this cover? And I think I should say something, you know, here's the minute mark, right, for when I add surface to the bowling balls that I think actually is gonna be better and improve the ball reaction. So it should be on the screen. So, I ain't gonna lie, looks pretty good. And maybe it's because, like, you know, the maximum effect core-wise is a bit more than the Equinox. You know, cover strength's right. Like, and we will never know, and I say this in a number of videos, because the companies, right, don't release, oh, this is how our cover stocks, you know, compared to the market, right? Like, that'd be nice for everybody else, but, you know, they don't really want nobody knowing that information. So again, just really trying to abuse this spot right now. No love, no love, no love. So yeah, I think that maximum effect is gonna get a lot better with the surface. I'm gonna probably start with like 1500 on all of them, and then we'll see. And then I might do much at the end, hit with 500 just because. All right, I'm starting the same spot. Jackal time. Wow. That actually looks smoother. Like, and it felt like placement wise, that looked good, but that definitely didn't see it the same way. The maximum. Try this again. Nope. So this shot is there, bro. Like, here, anybody watch the channel, they be like, oh, Charles, I'm on nothing hard. I ain't gonna lie, I feel like several videos now, we bowled on something that just wasn't wide open, and whether you want to equate that to, oh, Charles, you're just not that good, which, again, A, I've never said I was, but, like, it's just not easy. Like, this house has gotten, I feel like, harder, and a lot of other local bowlers, because of the lanes been playing a little bit different, like, bro, I need to bring, you know, something with 500 on it to help break the pattern down, or I need to bring urethane, or, you know, levels and, you know, NUs just to try to control it. To play further to the right, but again, this is a pattern 100%, and I think we can agree that this thing is different. All right, let's try this again. It's a better shot. All right. Whew. I'm gonna jump a little left and just see, you know, what does it do? Does this ball retain any more energy? You just never know sometimes. Does this give me a wider pocket moving further left? So I'm moving to 25 now. Leaving the break point is pretty much the same. So trying to get this ball, again, around 9, 10. And you see this on TV, like the field is like super left, but they're not, like they're swinging the lane, but not swinging the lane because they're not trying to let it go out. You're trying to really let this ball just kind of face up in front of the pocket. So that's more or less what we're doing here. Because if this gives me more room to miss left, you know, and I'm getting hold, man, I kind of won. Because and one of the age-old questions is like, okay, well, where do you go? I'm like, typically that can hold up, and because there's typically people to the right of you, right, that don't have as much rev rate. Now, if you run into like, if you're in a PBA competition, yeah, they lost in it. They doing crazy stuff, but in a normal league setting, right, which I guess you would be bowling in a normal league setting, but typically on in amateur events, you have people that bowl straighter, so they don't need to be nearly as far to the left. So they're going to be pushing oil down the lane, creating hold, carry down. Oh, I got rounded a lot. Yep. So I got two, like almost like on top of the ball, and it just never thought about it hooking. It just slid forever. All right, so one more to Equinox, and then we're gonna jump to the other two. Oh, that's not gonna hook at all. Nope. And you got too far to the right. That's what you get. Again, I was like, oh, just stay in the stance. You know, post the shot. Oh, threw it out to the right. All right, so the big dog effect, I think it's gonna be just right too. I think we're gonna see plenty of shape and motion getting through the pins. That's half decent. Oh yeah. Yeah, I can play there for a good amount of time, especially with nobody being on the pair with me. Fun, guys. Fun. And my effect is definitely getting shiny, so I know this ball definitely needs some service. Hook. Yeah, buddy. She looks good. Then we'll pick up the jackals. Is there a hold? No hold. I was like, is there a hold? No. No. Hook a lot. Sometimes you can get lucky, sometimes you don't. But let's go to the jackal, and again, just still got to be cognizant of my speed, keeping the ball nice and slow, because the lanes are transitioning, but it's only me. It's not like crazy, so staying nice and slow. Sometimes I get quick. That's what we saw from that last shot, just a little too fast. Yeah, again, definitely. I'm trying my darndest, right, where, again, if you are like I'm used to house shots, right, so my body's just kind of trying to help float the ball, and it's like, don't do that. Down, stop, hook now, please. Keep that target inside. I'm just a little quick with that ball. I don't think it's either one or two things, like the covers, like the other two just look like they're hooking more, bro. Like, and maybe it's just the jackal needs some fresh surface, and that'll wake it up, because it doesn't look the cleanest. And I don't think I would have called that initially. I'm trying to move my break point in a little bit further, because this ball is really shooting down the lane. Yeah, so just really try to catch it. So ball started up, and that one looked good, finally. Oh, bear. I got to the bottom. Hi-ya, did. So yeah, that ball was on a faster end of what we've been doing. But now let's hit these balls with surface, because I'm really curious to see what they look like. So I'm gonna hit it with all 1500. Things should help the ball reaction. I could mess it up now, right? It 100% could, but we're gonna do this for the gram. That's what we gotta do. All right, so now ball looks substantially duller. Let's move to the right. Let's move all the way back to like 15, where we just couldn't play at all before. See what we get now. Still can't play there. Not with any speed, at least. I'm gonna slow it down a lot. Slow it down a lot. And again, we're not spending all day here, but I just got to see what it does. All right, we saw some hook, but I definitely had that more direct, more going straight up the lane instead of like trying to veer it out to the right. All right, so still on 15. No, actually, I'm gonna move to 10. Probably blocking it a little bit right now. We saw hook. We saw hook. Now, this is like one of them Francois Lavois. You know, they just got the magical touch and roll that they can stay all the way to the right, and make that work. You know, I used to feel that way by myself, but I'm very much out of practice. But we're gonna get a couple shots with each, see if we can't get to the pocket. We saw some hook opposed to that first shot that just really kind of air milled it. Yeah, so again, I'm gonna try to get one shot. I gotta get a little closer to the pocket, then I'll give up, but that's not gonna hook at all. Yeah, moment I got a little too in left to right, that ball. So let's jump to the other ones, see if we can't get a different look. See if this ball just digs in and gets the job done. Definitely, again, that I feel like it was in a better zone, but this ball is definitely hooking more off of it. So, man. So with that, just gotta believe that that's stronger. Yeah. Yeah, so bigger ball, I'm gonna give it to the maximum effect. That is chewing that up, spitting them out. Pause. Try this again. No, champ. I tried, you know. Well, I'm gonna see. I'm gonna pinch it in a little bit more and see. But so far, stronger cover stock goes to maximum effect. That maximum effect, red off of it, red heavier in the middle of the lane. Yeah, so just, it was okay. It was okay. But before we get to the next set, I just want to get my guy Brandon on. He's an avid goer here. He's a friend of mine. And he happened to be rocking the merch today. So, hey, Brandon, bring your Evoke. Actually, the effect. So I'm gonna have him throw some shots. He's throwing a shiny ball, right, which we haven't seen. And he throws it without his thumb. So again, come on up, sir, Brandon. How you doing, sir? It's officially your first video, I believe you're in.
It is.
So at least throwing the ball, I can know that for a fact. So I don't think he's thrown a ball on the channel. So he's already thrown his DVA chill on this lane, and it went pretty straight.
Flat.
So he has his effect, right? But it's shiny. I've opened the lane up just a smidge, but I think for him to find success, he's gonna have to be pretty slow, keeping the speed down, and then also playing a much tighter angle. But because of the polish, it actually might change directions a lot. Like it might, I don't know. We're gonna see, we're gonna find out together. So we're gonna spend just a couple minutes. Again, Brandon throws a little bit different. And oh yeah, you remember the layout you put on this one?
I know I went with a 5.5 inch pin up high.
So that's what it looks like. Pin like all the way up there. You know, people that don't use thumbs, the layouts look all a little different.
I bolted to be a little stronger.
So to about a little left of the big dot, and do not get this ball really outside of like 10. Like I feel like this ball is really gonna fly down the lane, bro. So you want to keep it a little bit tighter. So let's see what we get first shot. Yeah, buddy. It's all right. Yeah, the key thing here is that we're still having fun and we're gonna learn. That's it. But yeah, just keep that in. And if you miss it wide right again, try to move your eyes a little bit closer to you. So like, don't look as far down the lane. Maybe, I don't know if you look at the arrows normally.
Yeah, yes.
So bring it even a little bit closer if you need to, right? Because a further target, a little more difficult to hit. So when you need to shoot something close, right? Higher probability of hitting. Slow. Better. So I wanted to kind of see, he threw the ball a little bit slower on that second shot. I think that helped, right? Because you saw that first one like, oh, just don't see it at all. But now, just because of how much like less this ball's picking up early, let's move a little bit further left and hit the target really in, like you almost throwing it at the pocket. Like, don't be like, when you get in front of it, right? Like, so we can look at the lane together. Yeah. But I'm like, I'm looking almost like at it. And you're still gonna probably drift a little bit to the right. Yes. But literally, look at the pocket and let's just see. Let's see if we can't get this ball to the pins. Bang. A little better. But, so if you can, want to kind of mimic that, move about 2 right, but throw it exactly the same. Same target, but just move about 2 right. Yeah. I know I'm asking you to do a lot right now.
No. Trying to make it happen.
Yep. There we go. Ah, that was a good one. But that's exactly the idea.
That was yeah, I see it now.
And if you have to evoke, right, like able to pick up a little bit earlier, because in this environment, right, the cleaner the ball, right, the further it's just going down the lane. It doesn't always translate, especially on sports shots, to, oh, more boomerang. It's weird, bro. But like, again, when you bowling on just a lot more oil, like things kind of become a little reverse. Ah. Oh, that boy wasn't bad. Hey, I appreciate you. We couldn't quite get the 10 out like I wanted, but that was a pretty good go, especially for, again, first handful of shots.
2 shots.
Hey, man.
Progress.
Exactly. Like, I didn't want to destroy his bowling ball. Be like, hey, give it here. I'm gonna put 500 on it. Like, I didn't want to do that because he's probably gonna try to use that in league at some point. So I didn't want to be that guy. But again, until next time, big dog. All right, jackal time. Now I was playing more up the lane. So the last Equinox didn't look as great when I was standing a little more in the puddle, but the maximum effect did. Yep. Had that service to that ball, boy. Yeah, that jackal. Again, they get in their relative lines, right? The maximum effect and the jackals are a step up. So like an Ion Max would be a more comparative bowling ball. But just so you can kind of see some of the nuance and difference. All right, and currently again, on about 20. Oh man, they shot that joker over there. That was supposed to go. Man. I ain't. So one more with the jackal, then we'll jump back to the Equinox. So it definitely wasn't as great from here, but I definitely liked the shape a little bit more once I was able to get a little further left. Like that ball shaped the right way and went through the pins. Oh, that's not gonna hook at all. Ooh. Just feeling myself a little bit. All right, one more though, because I threw that last one in the channel. Nope. All right, so again, being a smidge more to the right, they would get a little better reaction like those first couple shots. But yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and chase it a little bit with the Equinox, have a little fun with that ball. And I feel like the maximum effect is really gonna keep up with it because what we've seen so far, like, especially for me, I'm on 25. This is where I typically start on most house shots, but I don't know how much this is gonna be in play. Oh! Yeah, so yeah, when I was straighter, I could throw a little bit faster, but now I'm going left. It's like, oh, ramp down again, ramp down, slow the ball, slow it down, big fella. But the maximum effect might eat from here. It just might, but let me get my hand back in the right position. Yeah, and I'm definitely trying to get more under the ball, work the inside of the ball. Oh man. So again, grabbed it a lot, but I really projected it instead of forward. That is the same thing I was mentioning to Brandon, of just keeping that ball like going more up the lane and not out. Whew. Oh gosh. Gosh darn it. Maybe. Gee. So the 1500, I don't say backfire, but it backfired with this one because I definitely need to jump, much further to the left because of how much this ball is torquing. I didn't mention all these balls are laid out exactly the same. So, yeah. So I think definitely, again, bigger cover is on the maximum effect. And again, just a little bit cleaner, cover on this Equinox solid. Not bad, but it's different. Yeah, we were definitely getting some pretty good motion with the Equinox solid before I hit it with surface. Lay. Oh no, we got some hook down lane now. Starting definitely see some hook across, again, a break point where I was aiming it. I think moving to the right, getting a little bit closer to it, especially because we got some surface on the ball, I'm not as afraid of it just not picking up, especially if I'm keeping it my break point. Really, I feel like out of bounds is probably like closer to 5, where it's just gonna fall off. So as long as I keep it inside of that, I think we should be good. Super long. Wow. All right, keep the speed nice and slow. So there you have it. The best strategy 100% is, for me, what I've seen is, I can stay a little close to 20, but I'm starting to cheat a little bit and just don't get this ball too far to the right. Like 10 was really it. If I got it to 8, with too much angle, it's not gonna hook. So again, with these particular bowling balls, the maximum effect would 100% be the one I would start with. I'm seeing the most, again, early hook traction, but it still got a little more pop. And then I could probably transition as the lanes opened up and leave the Equinox solid, right, as a benchmarky type and let that ball be the cleaner. It doesn't need to have as much surface. 1500 is probably way too much. I think it definitely looked a little better before I hit it with this much surface. So again, that's just me. On a house shot, man, let that ball, practice with it, and I think you're gonna be like, put 2, 3 games on it, and then go bowl in league, you're gonna be like, this ball's magical. I need 10 of them. So, but again, let that ball be what it is. It's not an Ion Max, it's not a harsh reality solid. It's not, again, the biggest of the strongest bowling balls. So keep that stuff in mind. All the links below. Again, don't forget, chamois are in. Grab them while they're here. Hey, we might do another order here, at the top of the year, possibly, if y'all pick these up. But typically, people wait till they go and be like, oh man, I was going to get one next week. I can't help you. I bought the pink Hyper Pinks back, and I don't like, repeating stuff. So, hey, it took a year, but here we are, guys. Enjoy, and I appreciate you.
Birds, why they flock on? I'ma keep it moving. Put the music up, I'ma keep them grooving. sleeping on me, just keep snoozing.